Hello, I'm Advaith Nidumukkala. I chose the film Kundo, Age of the Rampant, a historical action drama set during the late Joseon dynasty. Directed by Yoon Jong-bin, the film combines sharp social commentary with incredible fight choreography and compelling characters. It explores class inequality, the ethics of rebellion, and the cost of justice in a corrupt world. I'll take you through the cast, story, historical background, and what makes this film more than just a period action movie, but one of Korea's most compelling modern historical films. Director Yoon Jong-bin is best known for his gritty, character-driven films like Nameless Gangster and The Spy Gone North. In Kundo, he expands his scope, balancing large-scale battles with intimate emotional moments. The cinematography by Lee Mo-gae captures Korea's rural poverty and aristocratic decadence with wide-angle vistas and dim, shadowy interiors. The visual palette relies on earthy tones that emphasize class disparity. Dust, sweat, and blood dominate the screen. Composer Jeo Hong-wook, famous for other movies like Oldboy and The Handmaiden, provides a sweeping score mixing traditional Korean instrumentation with modern rhythms, giving scenes a visceral, dramatic punch. Together, they construct a film that feels epic in scale but personal in tone, reflecting Korea's real historical tensions during the waning years of feudal rule. Ha Jung-woo plays Dol Muchi, a low-caste butcher who witnesses his family being crushed by aristocratic greed. Haunted by guilt and anger, he joins the Kundo, a band of masked rebels who steal from the rich and distribute to the poor. Dolmuchi's arc is one of transformation, from passive victim to active agent of justice. Gang Dong-won plays Ju Yoon, an illegitimate nobleman whose calm exterior masks cruelty and ambition. His icy performance adds weight to the theme of class hatred. Supporting characters like the quiet strategist Dae Ho round out the Kundo group, each representing different attitudes toward rebellion. What's compelling is how the film blurs good and evil. Ju Yoon believes he's restoring order, while Dochi realizes vengeance can corrupt even the righteous. Their final duel is as much moral as physical, a clash of worldviews. The film is set in 1862 during the real-life Joseon dynasty peasant revolts, when corrupt magistrates raised taxes and hoarded grain during a massive famine. The lower classes, including butchers, women, and tenant farmers, were heavily oppressed. Kundo fictionalizes this setting through the story of Dochi, who after a personal tragedy joins a resistance band that targets Korea's entrenched elite. They plan and execute heists, raids, and public punishments, hoping to expose systemic injustice. The turning point comes when the band steals government grain meant for bribes. This leads to an escalation, and Dochi is forced to decide whether to kill Ju Yeon or find another way to deliver justice. The story mirrors Korea's long struggle with internal corruption and failed reform. Like other historical rebellions, the Kundo's actions raise questions. Can violent resistance purify a broken society, or does it just create new cycles of abuse? The film subtly draws parallels between its 19th century setting and modern South Korea's inequality. Visually, the film uses kinetic, choreographed action scenes reminiscent of classic Western films like The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly. However, it pauses frequently for introspective moments. One standout technique is its use of slow motion to highlight moral choices, such as Dochi hesitating before striking a corrupt official. Symbolism is woven in too. Masks signal both anonymity and moral ambiguity. Cinematically, the contrast between the lush estates of the elites and the barren villages of peasants reflects the socio-economic divide. Thematically, the film explores justice, revenge, class rebellion, and the cost of moral action. It never fully endorses violence, instead forcing viewers to grapple with the idea that rebellion can destroy as easily as it liberates. It asks whether change requires sacrifice and who should pay the price for it. Kundo premiered in July 2014 and quickly became one of the year's highest-grossing Korean films, with over 5 million tickets sold in its first 2 weeks. Audiences were drawn to its Robin Hood-like premise and visual spectacle. Critics praised its moral depth, well-crafted action, and especially Ha Jung-woo's powerful lead performance. While some reviewers felt the film leaned heavily on tropes like the noble outlaw and evil aristocrat, most agreed that it delivered strong social commentary beneath the blockbuster shell. Internationally, Kundo gained attention for its balance of history and entertainment, contributing to the global rise of Korean cinema. It's still referenced today as one of the strongest modern examples of a Korean film that critiques class and power. Kundo resonates today because it tells a historical story that still feels modern. In an age where class inequality is again a global issue, the film reminds us that systemic injustice is nothing new. Characters like Dochi resonate as everymen who are finally pushed too far, and Ju Yun reflects how elites often justify exploitation as stability. The film doesn't offer easy solutions to the problem, but sparks internal reflection. Are the Kundo heroes or just violent rebels? Are they restoring balance or making their own rules? These questions remain relevant in any society facing corruption or inequality. For Korean audiences, the film taps into a strong shared collective memory of resistance, hardship, and moral ambiguity. For global audiences, it's a stylish, thoughtful drama with action that entertains and provokes complex thought. Thank you.